Hey everybody, it's John. Hope you had a great day. It was beautiful here in upstate New York. It was in the 40s and sun was shining and everything started to melt, and it was just a really nice day. I noticed my videos are running a little bit long, so tonight I'm going to try to cut right to the story rather than go through a whole bunch of other stuff. Um, Tonight I'm going to talk about a childhood story. I'm not sure that there's a lesson in it. It's just an amusing story that I find entertaining. A little bit of background. I grew up down in Dutchess County, New York. Our house was one of three that was located on this road that everything else around us was um, pasture. And it was all owned by this one family, just hundreds and hundreds of acres of land. And it was a buffalo ranch. And on our road down a ways was the house of the people who owned all of the land. And they had a son that was about my age, I think about a year younger. And because there wasn't a lot of people around, we were almost like brothers. We were inseparable. We were together all the time growing up. And for me, that was a wonderful thing because they had quite a bit of money, and so I got to experience all kinds of things. I got to go sailing, and I horseback riding, and he had snowmobiles, and they had a private cabin with a private lake, and it was just a really, really, I had a blessed childhood. It was a wonderful time. But anyways, on their land, they had in two different parts of town these farms, and on both farms there were these huge historic homes, both historic landmarks. His aunt lived in one, and he had an elderly uncle that lived in the other. And these houses, I mean, 20, 25, 26, 27 rooms, and the only people that lived in it was his uncle, and then there was I guess you'd call him almost like a houseman. That he was actually older than the uncle, but he kind of took care of things, and he lived in the back left-hand corner of the house. It was the servants' quarters, I imagine, back in the day. And so, anyways, Scott and I, his name was Scott, used to hang out there all the time. We'd play on the farm, we'd be in the barns, we'd play in the house. It was just like this wonderland. So we'd be in the house messing around sometimes, and going onto the little velvet ropes into the rooms, and it was a blast. But we were there one day, and the guy, the houseman, left. We knew he was going to the store or something. So I think we were like 12 years old at the time. And boys will be boys. The minute he was gone, we decided we were going to sneak into his quarters and snoop around. I think we were looking for girly magazines or something. It was just nonsense, kid stuff. So anyways, we get into his part of the house, and we're going through it, and we end up in his bedroom. And as soon as we walk in the door, Scott says, "Beer." And over on the night table, there's a pint of beer. I almost think it was Budweiser. And he goes over and he takes it, and he takes a great big swig of it. And he ends up spitting it out. And he says, "I don't think that's beer." And at the same moment, we both realized what it was. And I just started laughing and laughing. And he was pretty upset that I was finding it so humorous. And ended up, I think, probably chasing me out of there. And I don't really know what ended after that. All I remember is him just taking that great big swig of beer. Anyways, that's my story. I don't know if there's a lesson there. If there is a lesson, it's probably when you're up to no good can come of it. But fortunately for me, I was able to learn that lesson the second hand. Good night.